I'm Bill, and I hope you're sitting down because today we're going to talk about reasons not to work out and not be fit. First reason up, you want to focus on food first. I was super active outside. I kept a huge garden outside. People didn't believe how much stuff I was doing. They're like, oh, you're making it up what you do. Because they look at me, they'd be like, there's no way at all that guy there does anything at all he says. No matter how physically active you are, it's not really going to lose serious pounds. If you need to lose 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 50 pounds, maybe even 20, exercise is not going to do it for you. You got to focus on food first. Let's talk about another reason not to work out. Money. It can be really expensive to get into fitness. Look at all of this stuff. This costs thousands of dollars. Don't tell my wife. See this right here? This is the first weight rack I had. It's like $250 from Walmart, maybe a little bit less. I don't know, I bought it on sale, but it gets the job done. It's the kind of weight rack that you see YouTubers load up a barbell with crazy amounts of weight and then drop on. The thing is, I'm not doing crazy amounts of weight. I'm doing very light amount of weights, especially when you're starting off. So this kind of weight rack, if you have no track record at all of lifting weights for multiple months on end, then get something like this. Or, you know what I had before this? Squat rack. So just start at the low end. Don't start at the high end until you actually know you're actually going to use it. When you're first starting out, think walking. Think walking. Think, is there a place, maybe work up to a jog, maybe work up to a run. That's where you start off with. Yoga, especially power yoga. I used to be really big into yoga at one time. It can definitely help your fitness. And you don't even have to sign up for a yoga class. You can look on YouTube and find a lot of yoga videos. You can go to the library, get books on yoga, not to mention aerobics, Pilates, and all that other stuff that has basically no equipment or next to no equipment. Now there is another money reason not to work out. You go buy a really expensive weightlifting rack like this. You're like, I want to get into weights. And you got the money and you're like, let me go get something really good. So you go and get something like this. And it just sits there, not used. Only buy it if you have good reason to think you're going to use it. I know there's a philosophy of buy once, cry once. I think that can make sense if you know you're actually going to use it. But if you're just starting off, buy twice and make sure that you're actually going to use it. Use that as a reward for actually using it. I don't care if you can afford it. If I was like a freaking billionaire, I would still start off with that cheap yellow rack right over there just to make sure I was going to use it. And once I use that, then I would step up to something like this. If you got the money to burn, don't. Unless you've actually been doing this stuff, you know you're going to use it. So next up, it just seems so hard. All of that stuff. What do? Well, really, it's like I said before on the money part about starting cheap. You just want to start. It doesn't matter exactly what you do. It doesn't really matter. Just start. Find something that you think you can consistently do a few times a week. And you don't have to do the crazy long workouts that I do. I didn't start there. Many years back when I started doing all that exercising, there's no way at all I could do the duration that I'm doing now. That's years of base building right there. That's not where you're starting. Just start. 15-minute walk, few days a week. You're doing awesome. I'm proud. That's where you start off with. Next up, life stress. Going through some hard times. You know what's strange? The days that I get up and I exercise in the morning, I actually feel more energized that day than the days I get up and I don't work out in the morning. I know, it doesn't make any sense. If you actually just get out, walk, go outside, take in the fresh air, you might actually feel better. But hey, if you can't even do that, whenever things clear, then pick it up. But don't let that be forever, because you can keep using that excuse. You can use that for months, you can use that even for years. Now, one particular form of stress I not give much of a pass for is job stress. Maybe you're going to work all night on that report, and maybe that's going to be a key to that new mid-manager promotion that you've been dreaming about. Maybe it will, and maybe you should spend this week on it, but you shouldn't spend this month on it. You shouldn't spend the next 2 months on it. But don't forget about your own well-being. So maybe there's a big deadline you have to do, but don't let that big deadline take away from your personal well-being for like a super long time. And last reason on our list, you just don't feel like it. You just want to kick back, with your cat, get a TV remote, watch some Netflix or something, maybe order a pizza, maybe 2 pizzas, maybe 3 pizzas. Yeah, don't feel like it. That's a good reason. But what you could do is maybe just do something. See if you feel like it then. But hey, it's your call. Till then, maybe some of my other videos can help you out, whether you want to not work out and see someone else work out, or you're thinking about working out and just kind of curious what it's about. Till then, later.